Now we have already a number of participants, and further participants are also, when they are entering a little bit later, they can also have there will be a recording so they can see what we have done before. Yes, good morning from my side. My name is Helene Melnitsky. I'm the head of the Department Ecology at ÖTI Vienna. And I want to welcome you today for this webinar. And before we start to go more in detail and what you can expect from today, I want to give also the word to my colleague, Akla Hussein, who is our representative in Pakistan. Akla, maybe you can unmute yourself and just introduce yourself shortly, please. So now you can speak.
Hello, good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. I would like to say big thanks to all of you. Currently, what we are facing the challenges related to sustainability, because every brand and every manufacturer is discussing about the sustainability. What is actually the sustainability is? So we shall have our discussions today. My name is Akhlaq, and I have done my engineering in textile from National Textile University, and my master in total quality management. I have been working since long in third parties and manufacturers setup since 19 years of experience. Right now, I am working as country manager in Testix Group, OETI, the Austrian Institute for Ecology and Innovations. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Akla. Yeah, it's really a pleasure for me today to have so many representatives also from different companies in the sport goods sector from Pakistan. Sport goods is one of the main export sectors of Pakistan, and I have recently just read that you had an increase in last year, as a business year 22-23 of nearly 11%. For today, so we will have around 15-20 minutes. I will give you some input so that you have then also enough time to raise up some questions if you have. When there are any questions, please raise them in the chat box of this webinar, so we will be happy to answer them then after the presentation. Yeah, let's start. Just a short introduction, also that you know what with whom you're here, as whom you're hearing today. We are the ÖTI, which is the Austrian Institute for Ecology, Technology and Innovation in Vienna. So we are on the border to Lower Austria. We are founded in 1967 as an textile research carpet institute, actually. Then we became the Austrian Textile Research Institute, and since 2013 we are a part of the Testix group in Zurich. As you can see, we are very spread all over the world within our Testix group. In Vienna, we are 60 employees at the moment and 100 worldwide. And in the whole Testix group, we are around 300 employees at the moment. Our office in Pakistan was opened now in some months ago, so it's our youngest representative office. We have quite a lot of activities that we can offer. We are an accrediting testing house. We are one of the founding members of the Oecotex Association, and also we are an accredited body for personal protective equipment. So we are here a notified body in the European Union, but we cover also all related to also what is classic textile testing, also leather testing now, together with our mother company in Zurich. We provide any kind of, also indoor air quality testing, floor covering, but we make also this damage analysis and also training. So in our portfolio, there are around 250 different testing we can offer. Yeah, nowadays, as you might know, nowadays, especially our producers have to deal not only with requirements of the buyers, they have also confronted with legal regulations, and this is not only in their home countries, but also in the exporting countries. There are different legal regulations and also NGOs demands, especially when workers, when buyers work together with NGOs, for social issues, Fair Wear Foundation, BCI, and so on, then this is also something which come into force. But also the brands have different requirements. All big brands have their own RSL, MRSL lists, which are based mainly on requirements of the US or European legislations. They are very similar because the amount and the known hazardous substances are the same, but they might differ in the limit values or in the number of substances they want to test. And one of the main challenges are that to have as a company an overview of what are the current requirements and what might come in the near future which can affect my production or my product. And on the next slides, I want to give you an overview more or less and a little bit more in detail, because this is really a very huge topic, as you can assume. So we will stay more on the general so that you get an overview of what might affect you in the future, and which upcoming European legislations, but also US regulations, which can affect you. And certainly transparency and traceability are increasingly crucial in the global industry. And here the consumer awareness and demand is especially here in the focus, with the growing awareness of environmental and social issues. So consumers are actually becoming, on one hand, more conscious about their purchasing practices, so what they want to buy. But on the other hand, they also want to know from where is my product, how is my product that I bought is produced. There are increasingly seeking products with transparent and traceable supply chains, as well as those produced sustainable. And meeting these demands can enhance the reputation of a company and attract environmental conscious consumers. And one of these, where this is represented and where it is wanted that the consumer has also a better overview and has better information in hand to making this decision, the European Union has already in plan the European the due diligence law, So this is already under proposal, and the proposed plan to come into force will be in 2025. In Germany, there is already this law became into force already with 1st of January 2023. So they are working already. And on European level, this law is a little bit more extensive of what in Germany is already done. And here the main objectives of this proposal is to promote sustainable and responsible corporate behavior. This is an encouraging human rights and environmental aspects in the business activities and corporate governance of companies. That means that on one hand, due down to the whole supply chain, it will be mandatory to look for that human rights are followed, but also some environmental aspects are also taken in consideration. And especially this law will affect not only European countries, because a lot of products are sourced outside of the European Union, and therefore these requirements will need to have met then also from the whole supply chain. And this coming to my next topic, that especially within the due diligence law, it will be this transparency in the supply chain helps them to identify and mitigate risks which are associated with the sourcing materials, manufacturing processes, and also distribution. So this includes then risks which are related to environmental regulations, also geopolitical factors, but also unforeseen disruptions. And being aware of these risks allows then also the company to develop contingency plans to minimize the impact on the operations and the customer satisfaction. So if the risks are regarding raw materials identified or use chemicals, then you can early enough identify if you might run into some requirements which need to be followed in the future, but also legal problems that can be eliminated already beforehand. So it is important to know what could affect my product, but also my production in my market. And here, as most of you might have heard about already the FAS regulations, I want to give this as an example here, how risk and why this risk management is so important. There is a FAS ban already in the United States, which come into force with 1st January 2025 in many different US states. And FAS, as you know, are the per and polyfluoroalkyl substances, which is a very large family of thousands of chemicals, which are widely used in society but found in the environment. And they are not only used in textile industry, they are widely used nearly in every industry, textile leather, but many others also. For the European proposal, they propose here a full ban of FAS, but this decision is not taken yet in detail yet. So here the decision is expected for 2024. So also it might be in 25, latest 26, that here also in the European Union, FAS will be restricted. In the US, these FAS, which are for now specially forbidden for textiles, they will have a limit value of 100 milligram per kilogram total fluor content. So as this is already stated and this is already known, it will be very important for the companies now to see within this year of more or less transition period, if their products will meet in future these requirements. One of the second, what is part of the directives in the European Union, and also in terms of risk management, what might need to be done and controlled and also identified, is that part of the European Green Deal will be also a calculation of the CO2 footprint. This is with the aim in the European Union to be more resource efficient and competitive in the economy, and Europe wants to be no net emission in greenhouse gases by 2050. And this will affect the industry, not only in the European Union, but also the buyers, because they will ask about CO2 calculation also from their production companies. And if these coming requirements are known before they are coming into force, then necessary action can be taken by the companies to reduce also the risk to lose these customers or buyers. Due to high energy costs in many countries, but also requirements for wastewater, air emission, and so on, restriction of chemicals, the sustainable production becomes more and more important. It has become already very important, and especially also as a part of the European Green Deal for exporting to the European Union, this will be also from high demand for the buyers. This European Green Deal includes all the sectors, which means also textile and leather industry. And within this, the European Green Deal, also the Circular Economy Action Plan is part of it, and the industrial strategy. They have here identified especially textile and leather as priority sectors. Within this, it includes also the that more innovative materials are used, but also combating the release of microplastic, manufacturing and recycling processes, to contribute here to a greener transformation. So therefore, it's production, but also the product and the consumer safety is affected from this. And also the requirements for restriction of certain chemicals, which you have heard already and might be also already confronted with the REACH regulation, which is already for many years. This is the restriction of certain chemicals, which has influence on the product and on the production, but also from the ZDHC, which is the Zero Discharge of Hazardous Chemicals, an initiative founded in the United States. And also within the Circular Economy Action Plan of the EU, the durability of products are mentioned, especially with the aim for recycling and reuse. So here also certain requirements will come, as not only to have an evidence that certain hazardous chemicals are not present in the product itself, but also that they can be recycled or reused or repaired also. When it comes then to the product and as a consumer safety, yeah, there are also then various requirements and for testing. There can be mandatory, like for instance CE marking for certain products, but also voluntary third-party certification systems to show to the buyer and to the consumer that the product meets these requirements and are either tested for harmful substances or also tested for harmful substances and produced in environmentally and social friendly productions. Yeah, and what are now the possible solutions for fulfilling these customer demands? Yeah, first of all, the decision, yeah, what to communicate to the customer, but also to the consumer, has to be taken by you as a company, but also you need to know what does your buyer request. Yeah, first of all, there are various certification systems on the market, and it will be need to know what need to be fulfilled and verified if you need also something which need to be verified and by a third party. There are various on the market, and depending on the product and the end user market and also my buyer, the one or other certification system will be chosen. But it could be also that it will be needed to have a certain management system certified, or I just need to provide to my customer some third-party audit reports, especially when we are talking about social requirements. So here are also products on the market which go not through a whole certification, they just state what has to be, they just confirm that they have been on spot. And then there is just testing reports, which there are various testing institutes which can be used, but to have a testing for every shipment, for every new production might be very cost intensive. So therefore, companies rather go for some certification so that that it is really controlled by a third party. And yeah, in conclusion, yeah, also some markets and your business partners require adherence to certain sustainability and transparency standards, especially because meeting these requirements can open new market opportunities and foster collaborations with like-minded partners who share similar values. In summary, embracing transparency and traceability and sustainable production practices to not only address to the current consumers, but also preferences and also positions then your company for long-term success by mitigating the risks, enhancing brand reputation, and fostering customer loyalty. UTI can support you to take responsible decisions, and our office in Pakistan is at your service if you have any questions. Yeah, with this, we are at the end of this short input of this topic. And yeah, we are happy if you have any questions or any thoughts, then we can answer this in the chat box. Or you can also raise your hand and we will unmute you. And maybe Aklach, I will open also your microphone if you want to add something, or maybe you have got some.
Yeah, actually, Halil, I have a very basic questions. Like in Pakistan, we are facing every buyer have their own demand. Like they are saying, some saying the Coco tax, some saying the CE marking, some saying eco label, and even in the social, they are not. I mean, consider only one certification. They always ask a different certificate, like as you said, SADC, RAP, BSCI. So, is there anything that is going to happen in a USA have happened in Europe? Any like we have a one system or one certification program so that the manufacturer should have a very least cost when they have a one certification in the system.
Yeah, so unfortunately, there is no one overall standard or certification scheme, which is accepted by everyone. There are very much similarities, and this is what I meant also the first, when it comes to take this decision and the companies are not sure, so what might be the best strategy to go, then this is something where we can support, to find this decision, because it does not, it's a lot of effort to have a lot of different certification to handle in the company. It's resource, as a personal resources, it covers a lot. It's also a cost. So therefore, it might be good to really see, so where are my market, what is my demand, and which might be then the certification which fits best, and where I can cover a lot of my buyers, or maybe then talk also to the buyer to explain them, look, I have this certification, and with this certification, this and this is covered. So we don't see the need to go further for next or for another certification here.
Okay, and also like if we say about the leather industry, particular the tanning industries, they has been certified since long in LWG system, but since this is a process based and it's not a product based. So again, as you said, the due diligence law is going to be happen soon. So, what is the, I mean, the biggest challenge, and what kind of certification do they need, especially the leather and sportswear industry?
Also for the leather industry, for sure. Also with certification of the LVG, there is a lot of things are already covered, especially in the environmental part. For harmful substances, technologies which are not which are controlled then. When it comes to the product itself, then it will be needed to evaluate if this is enough for the buyer, or if they need special testings, like the Oekotex leather standard, to to look for certain harmful chemicals within the product itself.
Okay.
Yeah. And for
So
sport
anyone
goods,
have any questions?
sorry, it depends very much on the kind of the sport goods, what will be is the requirement then.
Okay. So anyone have any question, please raise your question in the chat box, and we shall get back to you now or later. You can contact me anytime. You can get my number or email ID from our website, or if you would like to approach to Haleen, so you can approach through me. So this is the contact details. You can contact me anytime if you have any challenge, or if you do not take any decision what kind of certification is the most effective and useful for your production as well as for your buyer's demand. We will be happy and delighted to support you, and wish you all the best, and looking forward to have you. And we shall continue. This is just a first series, the first step of this session and webinar. We shall continue, and it will be a more effective and more series will be coming up in soon. Thank you very much, all of you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Akla. And yeah, just what my colleague said. So if you have any questions, and also if there are, because as I said, this is a very huge topic. So if you see for the one or other topic more demand in your company or also as a group, then we can also make individual webinars, or also on site my colleague can support you in this regards. Yeah, with this, I like to thank you for participation, and I wish everyone a nice remaining day and all the best for you. Goodbye.
Thank you very much, Aline. Thank you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.